baby wax. What can I tell you? Are you getting that?
A creamy, smooth pop icon goddess?
Oh, yes!
Were you nuts or something?
Yes.
You don't have to film this. We're only getting in a car. What's wrong? Get a life.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shut up! Hi, thanks.
This is going to be, we're going to project the interviews onto there so you can
Right.
watch them.
This is really nerve-wracking.
What are you most nervous about?
I don't know if they were good. It's another life. It doesn't even feel like the same skin. I don't remember this. I've never seen it
You've
for
never
20...
watched it back?
No, never. And people say, oh, you were on TV, and I go, no, I wasn't. I write books.
Yeah.
And now you're digging it up. I always got on with the girls more. We're going to see Pamela Anderson, who at the time was the biggest star in the world because she was in the biggest hit in the world, Baywatch, and it was seen everywhere around the globe. Wow, wouldn't I love to step into that for a half an hour? To feel inside that body must be incredible. When you have a tattoo and you get older, I mean, just, I don't know, does it inflate? Does it collapse on itself? Like, you know, if you have a big bird and then your skin starts sagging, does it start to sag?
Well, I wanted
and
to
is
get
it
a belly
depressing?
chain. I wanted to get a belly chain, but you know, I'm going to get pregnant soon, so I was thinking, when it expands, is it going to?
Do you know what happens when you're pregnant? Do you have any understanding of what's going to happen to this body?
I can't wait.
Well, there was no social media and no internet. So what you're actually seeing for the first time is Pamela Anderson as a human being. And she's funny and she's hilarious. Because all they ever saw before was her on Baywatch or in newspapers. So you're breaking the image of a celebrity.
I am a childbearing body.
Well,
Wide hips.
I don't know where it's going to come out. I can't find the opening. I don't really like women who make a living, you know, showing their stuff. To this day, you know, I see that and they're not my kind of girl. So I think I was pleasantly surprised that she was holding her own. Have you been doing those pelvic floor things?
No.
Do you do those? Well, that's what you do. You sit on the floor and then you try to go and try to suck the shag off the carpet. See, I could teach you a few things. What you do, this will get you ready to shoot it out. And now try to lift.
Teach me how to give birth.
Try to lift. Well, first of all, you know to do these.
Well, wait, I'm wearing less clothing than you. I don't know if this is good for television.
I don't think many interviewers have done that before. I don't think they'd just gotten down and done a pelvic floor exercise. That might have been new. You go like this, and now pull in your floor. Can you suck in your floor?
This is where I draw.
I'm doing it.
I'm not sucking in the floor.
I loved her. Oh, well, let's go to the beach. Let's hang out at the beach. You do. Am I doing this right? It's the same walk. Anyway.
You're very funny.
All right. So I know that she's liking me because I'm funny. And I'm not passing judgment. I'm adoring her.
I was checking my
The moment you saw him, and there he is in his full tattooeria.
I saw him. We fell in love. We instantly were
Like
drawn to each other.
instantly.
Instantly. We were this far away from each other the entire night. We were engaged. 4 days later, we were married, and we're most in love couple on the planet.
Wow. Wow. This is when fame wraps its arms around you and says, I will be with you forever. She's got everything. Bad publicity can't hurt her.
He licked my face, and I licked his. That was the first time I'd ever had contact with him. And then I avoided him.
You met him, you licked.
And the next time I saw
you
him.
met him, you licked. This is where I've gone wrong. Because I always have conversations, and it's such a letdown, but you just meet, you lick. You lick, you conquer. You meet, you lick.
Yeah.
I hope she licks my face by the end of this interview. That would be good. Go on. Yes, that's my front cover. I'm famous now.
I have so many things I need to do.
Like what?
Well, so many things I want to do.
Mother. You're
Mother.
already the actress.
Well, yeah. I mean, acting is fun, but I've always been
Would you want to be a
fairy
serious
tales.
actress?
I am a serious actress.
I mean, you know, like the classics. Would you like to be in Ibsen or in, Shakespeare? Tell me the truth, and I won't be upset.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Doesn't know where the mind is surface things.
You as Hamlet, I'm begging you, please come to England.
This is girls getting on. And it might look like I'm insulting to a woman, but actually, she's having fun and she's in the prime of her life. But I interrupt a little bit. I would have liked to know what she would have liked to do with her life. And I cut her off.
So is mine.
I know.
11 million people watched that Pamela Anderson interview. So a year later, I went back to interview her again, of course. Oh, and also because I loved her.
You see a pair of laughing eyes.
She insisted we, A, do the Beverly Hills Hotel, and B, she wants to bring her baby to me. This show's about her and her baby, so I insisted that I bring my baby to her. So I had my child flown out. Marina.
Oh my God. Marina!
And I thought, why not use this as an opportunity to introduce my child to a woman who makes, how much does Pamela make a year?
3.1 million last year.
1 million. And then Tommy's worth a couple of
worth
Motley Crue or
10 million.
somewhere.
10 million.
10 million. In 30 years, she can go, hi, remember me, we met. Is that pushy?
I love you, Pamela.
I thought I'd introduce you to my baby. Babies meet, look, let's see if it's love. Oh, he's sleeping for the big moment.
I know, for the big one. He's
Oh,
like, yeah.
no, but Marina.
Ruby wax, whatever.
Hello, how
Hi.
are you? This is from having a baby 4 months ago.
4 months.
I want to see one stretch mark. None. I'm very
None.
depressed. The whole interview's
stretch
over.
marks.
How did you get the stomach down?
I work out every day. I work out 5 days a week.
Look there's no food in here. I want to feed this woman chocolate and muffins. I just want to stuff her until she's
yes.
fat.
I'm so
I want you to experience a fat behind like I've got.
Boy, did we have fun. I forgot. But maybe I didn't see how hard it was, to keep her going but it doesn't look like it. I look like I have fun too.
I heard you read Jung.
I do. I read that growing up. This sounds so funny. You're laughing already.
No, I'm not laughing. Are you more anima or animus?
She was not just the bimbo that I treat some people as. So I'm kind of surprised.
So that's so awesome. The feminine part of the male and the masculine part of the female.
Yeah.
I think that's so true.
Which one are you more in touch with?
I'm probably a lot of masculine.
Really?
Yeah.
I never would have said that. But do you?
She's not an airhead. Then I started respecting her. Again, my job is not to pass judgment and go, what do you do for a living? It's to just look. So however much I research, when you see the eyes in front of you, that's what I'm seeing. This knockout, but I actually were connecting, and I wanted her human, and there we are.
Just a minute. We're in the middle of a Jungian conversation.
We're having a very deep conversation right now.
To have fun, isn't that avoidance of something? What do you fear then? We're talking about fear. Close the door.
No, see, that's what I try not to do. I try not to live in fear.
But do you have fear?
I'm sure everybody does.
No, but your fear. I'll tell you my fear. What's your fear?
What's my fear?
Real fear.
I think my fear is being
not noticed?
Well, not necessarily not loved. I think that's what everyone
But
has.
not loved by a mass or not loved by an individual?
Not loved by an individual or a mass, anybody.
Right.
I think that's what I was growing up. I think as a child, I was always searching for the attention. I always wanted to make sure people liked me.
Yeah.
I probably these days would have stuck on it a little bit to know what her mind was like. And she was starting to say.
I'm wondering about all this. I'm wondering, is this what I really want? Is this what I really set out to get? Does this really make me happy, or is this? But really, it just all happened. I mean, I truly try and talk to myself about it. I say, do I unconsciously really want all this attention?
Yeah. And do you?
I don't know. I don't think
you
so.
might. I think you might, though.
Part of me probably does.
I think when there's a helicopter,
I hate to think that.
you'll
That's
miss them when
disgusting.
they're gone. You'll miss that paparazzi somewhere in your heart.
Oh, I'm sure in a little
You know what I
way.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think you'll cry when you're 40. A little
can't
bit
wait
if
to
you
be
will.
40.
You're lying to me.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. It's
I'm not
horrible.
lying.
There's no good news about 40. Not that I'm 40. Not that I'm 40.
Do you think she'd have a depression like I did when you take fame away? She's alive, the lights are on, and the lights are on when the camera's not rolling. You know what I mean? She was fun when we weren't filming.
What's your favorite position? And I'll tell you mine.
Let me see. On top.
On top?
Yes, definitely.
I think that's mine too. We have so much. We're sisters.
But backwards. Facing the other way.
So you're not looking at him?
No.
So what are
You're
you
lying
looking
back
at
on
his
him.
feet?
No, you're looking
He's
at...
there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He's there. You be him. And then you be him. And I'm
Exactly.
here.
And then you lean back.
I got the shoes on. So what?
No, but you lean back.
So you're him. And this is you. And I'm looking at your feet. That's your favorite position?
No, you gotta
Get
lean back.
out of here!
You gotta lean back with your feet that way.
So
Not like this. Now lean back.
So you're like this?
Yes.
Like this? Where's his thing? You can't even get it in there. What are you talking about? You got it all wrong. You can't. He's lying back and you're lying back like this.
Yeah.
This is your favorite position
That's
for
a good
saying.
one.
You're
Well,
getting
well,
out of here.
what's up,
Clive,
Dad?
it's not possible.
If you can play ball like that, that's joyous. She's giving me pleasure, and she's giving probably the viewers pleasure. That's a bang for your buck.
Clive, come here, just a minute. Could you figure this one out? Figure this out. And you're here, right? Now, explain to me how you have sex. I can't understand. What's another favorite position? We'll use Clive as a dummy here.
Okay, now you have to wrap your legs around him and have him standing.
Clive, you can do that. We have to do it against
Now
the
my
tree.
dad's watching.
We have to do it against the tree. It's not you.
Oh,
You're
my
not involved
God.
anymore. Like this. Like
Yeah, now hang upside down.
that's
That's a
what
good
you
one.
do. That's Tammy's
That's a good one.
second
That's a great one.
Oh, we loved her.
in your book.
What a girl up for the game.
Just a minute, Clive. Clive, my buttock is burning. Let go, let go, let go, let go.
This is Bette Midler, and she was a huge gay icon. Still is. So she was an actress and a singer, so she had everything.
First we have Bette, who started off as a poor, humble Hawaiian. Then she worked in a factory till her little fingers bled tinning pineapples. Then sang a few songs in some gay steam bath, and the next thing you know, voila, she's making movies with Danny DeVito and Woody Allen. My only question is, why wasn't it me? Can I ask you what you're doing here? Is my big question.
Oh, yes, this is a good thing. I'm glad you asked me this. I am promoting my new record.
She said we could have 10 minutes in the Lanesboro, and so we went in, and she was sitting in the chair because she'd done a junket. I mean, she was a diva by then.
Did you hear it?
I did hear it.
It's a nice record.
That song, I don't, about Deserve You?
I want to deserve you.
I want to deserve you.
How I want to deserve you.
It's this kind of self-deprecating song.
I don't think so.
You don't?
No, I think it's a song about God.
You had to woo them, and I understand going, I'll give her 5 minutes. Well, why shouldn't she? She has a life. She's just done 800 interviews. But then I'd start to flirt.
It's not saying that I'm so bad, it's saying that you are so great.
But I took it on a very male kind of level. I took it as a love song.
That's your problem.
I didn't take it
Because
on
she
a
was
spiritual.
pretty dead when I started, like po-faced.
What's your real name?
That's my real name.
Bette Midler?
Yeah.
That's a great name.
I wish I'd thought of something else.
I think if she didn't like me, she'd be hard.
They named me after Ruby Keeler.
Well,
And you were named after
Betty Davis. She
Davis.
hated my guts.
The challenge, it was like sport, making them laugh. That's the lubricant. And if I was funny enough, then they go, oh, I'll spend the day with her. So Bette Midler, who was just sitting in the Lanesboro, suddenly goes shopping with us.
Would you ever fear, I don't think your husband would dump you, but is it in the back of your mind ever that he'd get like a younger you?
Where's he going to find such a creature? No, 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 no. I think he's hoping that I dump him and give him a nice fat settlement.
Really?
He's had enough.
Has he
This
had-
poor guy has struggled.
Maybe you could meet my husband.
Why is he struggling too?
Well, he started off younger than me, and now he looks like one of those really withered people, you know, where they have to, like, you know, carry bits of their head in a bag.
My husband too. When I see
Yeah,
pictures
he
of
looks
my,
older than me.
Oh my God, he was so beautiful when I married him.
Was
Now
he
he's like-
younger than you?
Yes, he's
Now
3
he's
years younger
older.
than me. His hair's got completely white. Poor soul. He's such a doll.
Does he
That's a
listen to you?
relationship. You know, when you're talking like that and very few people get a chance, you're talking with a pro. So it's like playing with John McEnroe.
Really, really
I mean, poor, did you steal, like, food off of people's plates
No,
in
I didn't.
restaurants?
No, I didn't. No, I never went to a restaurant. That's how poor I was.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. We never ate out my whole
Were you a
childhood. We
chef?
never went out. What's a shack?
A shack. Did you live in a shack in Hawaii?
I lived in a shack, in a paper shack.
You're lying to me.
I swear to God, in a shack made of sugar cane. A shack made of pressed sugar cane. And the roaches came.
No.
The roaches came, and I remember. No. You know, I remember it so vividly. Oh, so. And
You know, when they're funny, they go lower than you, not higher. We were competing for who had it harder. I couldn't top living in a shack made of sugar cane, so I gave up.
Do we have to get out?
No, we could stay here. Roll down the window a little.
I had to pull it out, boy, and then convince her to get in that car, and then she said, no, that's it, I'm tired, and then convince her to go into Harvey Nichols.
Have you taken a lot of people here?
I've never taken anybody here.
Oh, all right.
You would be the first.
God.
But if you're not happy, I want you to be happy.
All right, I'll do whatever you say.
No,
oh,
because...
let's just sit.
Well, just
she's
let me ask-
fabulous looking. Let's just sit here and look at people. Oh, she's divine. She has a lot of color
Look
in
at
her
her.
face. Do you think she came from a tanning salon?
Well, she's burned to a crisp, I would
She
say.
is burnt. Trying to get out.
Look at us. Are we gorgeous?
You are.
A couple of new age gals. Where are you?
I'm faded into the...
There you are.
That's the danger.
Do you think you're getting better as you get older?
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Oh, no question. So much better than I was. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Oh, stop.
Hello.
Hello. Look, she's a big fan there.
Hello.
She loves your work.
Hello.
She loves your work.
Hi.
She doesn't know who the hell you are. She hates both of us. Hello. Hi. We're collecting today. Hi. Welcome. We're like the display, the Christmas display.
I love those.
God, those were fun. I could just cry. But that's a real incident where she's having such a good time that it becomes infectious. Let's see more. It's too good.
You wear sexy underpants.
No. I wear gatkes.
Old big
You know what those are?
pants.
Actually, I don't. I wear
you wear
jockeys or Calvin Klein. I like that. You know, I like to
Do you
feel
know the
secure.
type of woman that wears like the thing where there's just like a piece of dental
I don't
floss?
wear that.
What type of woman wears that?
Cher, you know.
Boy, was she fun. She just wanted to keep talking. It's so flattering. It's like suddenly you're popular with the popular girls.
Let's have an espresso. Come on, let's get even chattier.
Okay. Let's talk really quickly.
Let's
Give us
really
something.
talk fast.
Yeah, espresso.
I'd like to have
Well, maybe we can do our cutting here. Can we cut this pineapple while
Ask
we're
him
having
if he could pair it for
But you
us.
know how to do it.
Well, I do, but I don't really feel like soiling my...
Oh, right. The ladies had a manicure, so if you could cut this into some chunks for us.
She loves women, she loves girls, and so it was a match. That's like watching an arranged marriage and it works.
I quickly called my producer and said, let's go into the studio. I gotta get this in, Ruby. They dragged me out here.
Oh, is this about the record
This is about
again?
my record.
Okay.
Bette of Roses. I have a record out. A brand new record. It's called Bette of Roses.
And how difficult was it? I can't wait to hear it. And if you could sing a little bit from
It has that terrible song, I Want to Deserve You. How I Want to
The
Deserve
one
You.
where she deprecates herself. Yeah. Oh, no, it's about God. It's so obvious. Could you have a little bit of the song?
I see so many golden women. When they walk, their feet don't touch the ground.
I'm doing some Hawaiian movements.
How I want to deserve you. Very good.
Very good.
And if I could be granted a wish, I'd shine in your eye like a jewel.
She said she'll never sing for us. Remember, I begged in the hotel, and then suddenly she blooms. She's singing down the escalator in Harvey Nichols. So it was exciting, but, you know, she could have said, get out of here.
Is he in our shot? Get him out of here.
Why?
Because they'll confuse all of us. Which one's Bette? Which one's Ruby? Have you ever been at facial surgery?
As soon as possible, as soon as I get done with you. Are you getting that serious? I don't know. Is this a question you ask everybody?
No, just you.
This is Madonna. There's nothing else to say. We had to go to the Ritz really quickly because I wasn't prepared. This is the worst interview outside of Trump I have ever done in my life. I went in a room, I said, couldn't I talk to her for a minute? No, on the bed, sycophant, her entourage. And I thought, I can't do this, but you know, you don't argue. When she started doing the cameras, I got scared.
Can I turn to you
All
now?
right, now, that camera's hers. If you want to get a two-shot,
Yeah.
If you are ever going to get a two-shot, you have to shoot it from
And
over
usually I make everybody leave so that nobody's watching and they're not playing to anybody except the cameras. So I think that's why I was a wreck. Where do you look? And she picked the wrong camera. One camera had gel on it, and that's mine. And she switched it.
Yeah, okay, this is the two-shot now, but when you want to get single shots...
He'll move over.
Do not... Excuse me, what's your name? Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre, don't shoot me
Don't
from
shoot
over
from there. Go back there.
Okay, thank you.
God, that's the disease of fame. And I think I'm sort of scratching a little bit there to say what will happen.
Yeah.
And you have a great therapist.
Uh...
I have a good one I could give you.
Where, in London?
Yeah, but you could phone... No, I mean...
No, thank you.
I mean, the thing is...
all the phones are bugged in London, and probably it would be in the National Enquirer or something.
You're really paranoid about London, aren't you?
Wouldn't you be?
Well, I live in London.
Yeah, but you're not me.
No.
If I lived in London, it would be, you know, they'd be doing everything they do to Princess Diana that they do.
Well, there's one difference between you and Princess Diana.
I think there's more than one.
Isn't it interesting what she says about phones being bugged in London back then, and then 20 years later, thank you tabloids, it turns out to be true?
At the time, I thought it was quite arrogant. But that's really seeing somebody on the peak of their fame.
Could you love a plumber seriously?
If he loved
his plumbing.
If he's, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm really glad to know that.
Yeah, why?
Because
Do you have a plumber you want to fix me up with?
I have an AA guy, because Julie Walters, you know, something was wrong with her car, so she called automobile service. They came over and she married him. I mean, you find them in odd places.
Tell me about it.
I just want that face to be relaxed, which you don't see on a talk show. It's either on or it's off, and there was a moment where all the muscles relaxed, and that's what I'm going for.
What's the catch that always splits it up? I mean, I don't...
They're not happy with what they're doing, and then they start focusing on what I'm doing,
Right.
and they're jealous, and they can't deal with it, or they're intimidated by the attention I get. And they're concentrating on me instead of themselves.
Yeah, they latch on to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you bust their balls, and then they get angry at you, and so on. It has a kind
and
of...
then you have to say, get a life, and then they say...
No, this has happened to me, too.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, not good, but I mean, so
No,
you
no,
can relate.
I understand.
And you kind of get the idea who she is, you know? I mean, I'm sure there's other sides, but you get a sense of who the girl is. And that's always what I wanted. But there's moments where I really upset her.
I'd be
my
so
old age.
happy if we just got one really lousy angle and I'd say...
No!
That's funny. That's comedy. It's true, it's comedy.
All right.
And you can have a much longer career because
Can't I be funny and pretty?
nobody's ever done it.
That's not true.
Who? Who?
Lucille Ball was pretty.
Yeah, for how long? 15
Couple of minutes.
Yeah, right. Anyway, you don't have to be pretty, you're talented. You really
Okay,
are.
fine, thank you.
You see what I just did there? Don't do it. You've lost her. It's an example of what not to do.
Well, you're surrounded by, sorry, but sycophants. It seems to me. You know, like the music business is famous for people.
So is the TV biz and the film biz and anything where if you have money and power, there's an asshole kissing your ass.
You can say an asshole, yeah.
Okay. All righty.
I start to say things that I shouldn't have said, and you watch her stiffen up. Because she made me nervous, like some people do. You know, she really made me nervous. But now looking at it, maybe she did like me.
Where is the crotch? There's got to be a crotch.
That's
Otherwise, how
just
do you
it.
know
There
where
is
to put
no
it on?
crotch.
There's got to be. How do you know
No,
where
it's right
the...
here. See?
So you don't
Right there
have to take
inside
them off
out.
to go to the loo, which I think is a
Exactly.
convenient thing.
It is. Especially when you have garter belts on, because then it's hard to take your underpants off when you have garter belts.
Because I wear
These are the
garter belts
front.
so much. That's nice. Here. Or you can wear it as a beret when you're
Is your
in
hair
France.
clean?
Yes, it is. Is your hair clean? Are your pants clean? Excuse
Yes.
me. What's
I'm
more
gonna have to wear
important?
them later. I don't want to get germs on them.
You'll just have a little bit of
Give me
mousse in
those.
your panties. It never hurt anybody.
People would see that and go, how could you be so rude? Clearly, if you took somebody's underpants out, they'd sue you. So, you know when it's like foreplay. You know, oh, now I can go in for the money shot.
You probably want to know what's in Madonna's trunk because we didn't really finish, so she's left now. We've got the surrogate child for a 35-year-old woman.
They had left, and I was left with the cameramen. Yeah. So I was showing off for them. I never thought she'd come back. Was she laughing?
Erotic, erotic, rub your hands all over my body. Okay. Oh, please. Oh, I got busted. Oh, I got busted.
I can't remember putting on her clothes. I mean, that's her clothes. I think I took them off pretty quick. How did I have the nerve? next guest is... Well, this is Liza Minnelli, and she was, what was she? She was in Cabaret. That's all you need to say. Her mom was Judy Garland from Wizard of Oz.
I'll just explain to you. A whole BBC crew went out to Nashville, where Liza Minnelli was.
Those were the days where we showed it to an audience.
I just have a few words to say on this. She didn't show.
And they laughed. It was so bad. It looked like I was playing for laughs.
So here's the thing. Liza Minnelli has sent me, first of all, let me go through the whole thing. Clive, A, get on the telephone and call them again. We're not giving up yet. We're going to get that bitch out of bed. We're supposed to do the interview at 7 o'clock. We've been here already 2 days. And Debbie, was it? Debbie, her PA?
Laura.
Laura. They're always called Laura Debbie. Comes down and says that Liza isn't feeling good, right? So I think, oh, well, okay, Liza isn't feeling good. Could we stay another day? And Liza's devastated. They're always devastated that they can't...
Every time something goes wrong, I think it's the end of my career.
So let's now call Lorna and just try to get her out of bed.
Not available to take a call.
Liza's not available to take a call. Well, there you have it. That's celebrity. To drag a BBC crew over from England, let them stay
Hello,
in
this is
Nashville.
Clive Tollo. Can you leave a message, please?
For Liza with a K.
With a Z. We wondered if there was any chance in reorganising this interview, or
If she
maybe
could
you'd
just
just like
grunt.
to spend the rest of the day in bed.
Clive, I've never seen you so angry. Are you really angry?
It's the public money.
You're angry. She's just an ordinary gal, just letting down an ordinary BBC crew. Please just punch, Lisa. We're gonna get back on the airplane and just think about you back in London. That was not the end of Liza. About 4 months later, a full 4 months later, Liza starts calling the office and saying she's ready for the interview now.
I'm at home, and she says, baby, I'm ready for you now. And I went, but we did the show a year ago. And so I said, Clive, is it too late to phone her for another series?
She's brought her best friend along with her for me to meet, Kate Manning. I don't know if you know who this is. Kate Manning. She was the first Doctor Who girl. I don't understand this interview that you're about to see. So if anybody at home at all comprehends this interview, would you just pop your explanation on the back of a postcard and send me the translation? No. Oh, no, where's my other jacket? How long have I waited for you? Just a minute. Can I just show you something? I'm not ready. Can I just hello? Can I just show you? I bought this when I waited for you. My bra just came undone.
I love it.
I bought this in Nashville and I wanted a public apology as to where were you?
Where was I?
Where were you? We waited.
I never get sick, and I got the flu. I'm sorry.
We waited how many hours? It was
I wanted
2
to see
days.
Nashville more than anything in the world. This is the single that
no
we're
one from Evanston.
shooting for, and I hope you like it.
And if you could sing along, then we could sing We Had Her Live, you know, in the recording. Kind of crappy. Okay, so just sing. Just move your lips.
And then I panicked and started singing. I never understood what was going on. But I look crazy, too. It didn't make any sense. None of it made sense.
Beautiful,
And I
beautiful.
saw her-
And God bless you. Every word of it was just hanging from your heart.
And then I went off with her afterwards to her room, and it became more and more crazy.
Yes, Liza.
Ruby, you're like a dream.
I think she called me up, and she said something about not being real happy with this interview that lasted 3 minutes. And so she wanted to come back again and show her and David Guest, because it was everywhere on Hello, their wonderful wedding. So I said, oh, good, okay, come over.
Okay, let's go.
It's David Day.
Well, let's really.
Could we, Liza, if you could go
like a bad
behind.
joke.
If you
Okay,
could go
good.
behind. It's David Day today, and you're going to tell us what to do, okay? I don't want to tell you. You're going to tell me. So where should we go first? The park.
Let's go to the park.
I never really saw his eyes. I didn't know it was a sham, that relationship, but something was strange. You know, it's not like I thought, this is love.
Our first date, we came to that hotel in Lanesboro.
A humble little hotel.
And we never left the hotel for 5 days.
David! You slut.
Yeah, we were sluts.
It's so empty. Like, what if the camera crew wasn't there? What would they be talking about? What would they be talking about?
What the hell?
It's like you're teenagers, you know?
We are teenagers.
It's like you're teenagers.
Yeah, we're teenagers. But
the hormones are really kicked in.
yeah, they did. They had to kick in sooner or later.
Yeah. So
What was the deal? I knew there was a deal, but I couldn't, they weren't going to let go. Like they're going to tell me. David said, I'm going to direct it. I'm going to tell you what's funny. Here's what's funny. And he told me ideas that were so not funny.
Are you from south of Bowbells or north of Bowbells?
We can go apples and pears, which means up the stairs.
Well, don't say that, do
They say apples, don't they?
Don't say that, yeah.
What do you say now?
Up
the apples.
Anything else?
What do you want to eat?
What you put in your north?
In me what?
In your north.
My north and south?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Darling, we're talking now with Cockney accents.
Okay, Cockney accents.
All right, darling. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, David, that's lovely.
I'm screaming the whole time. Is my voice that loud?
Do you want them on the side or on the fish?
Look. They're very mushy.
I was so embarrassed in that fish and chip shop. You know it's not funny. But of course, that's weird. It makes good TV, I think. But doesn't do my career any favors.
Oh, no, my fingers have been nowhere you haven't heard of. Oh, darling.
What does fame do to people? That was my interest. First of all, that the mother is Judy Garland. Talk about the boat never staying steady and always proving that you're as talented as the mother. And she doesn't believe in herself. You can see that. She's scared like a cornered animal.
That's it, Ruby, we found it.
What?
I found.
What? It's going to be funny. It's going to be a joke. It's going to be one of these oranges.
It's not.
It's a keychain.
No.
You're really getting her something.
I like that on her. This is what I would buy for her.
Yeah.
Nerves.
Play 'em.
Oh, yes, hit it.
82,000?
How much is this?
That's beautiful.
Baby.
Wow, that's when fame gets scary. When it's at that level. That you're slightly shaking and desperate.
Thank you so much. Does it look pretty? It does.
You're beautiful. It looks beautiful. I love you.
Wow. That's Twin Peaks country.
I love you. I love you.
Now I'm embarrassed because it's real.
And then when the camera cut, he took it off and put it back.
Yes, really. How come when you're so positive, why did you ever, it's like you think, why'd you ever try to destroy yourself?
Yeah.
Why would you ever push the down button?
I didn't drink until I was in my late 20s. And I thought, because I swore I was never going to be an alcoholic.
Right. You were going to be the straight line.
This is it, because I didn't understand it was a disease.
So what made you do that?
Well, one day, we went out.
Who's we?
Just a bunch of friends. And we went to Trader Vic's. And we had those drinks, those Hawaiian drinks with the long straws.
They don't look dangerous because they're wearing hula skirts and umbrellas, yeah.
Well, I noticed that at like an hour later, people are tired, people, they're laughing, they're like this. And I feel, wow, I've arrived. This is how I should have been feeling my whole life. This is it.
I mean, she was discussing as transparent about alcoholism as you can get. That feeling of now I can do anything was really the heart of being an addict. He wouldn't let her go.
You have to understand.
Do you have to treat her differently because she's one?
With different people, you have different reactions. Like to some people, you fill them with love.
This
I
is a
get
good
to come
tie-up.
home to fill my baby with love because she's the best. And you got to spend a day with the most incredible woman you will ever meet.
The thing is, I was playing so much with him, he thought he could play back.
You've got 2 brown hairs sticking out of your nose.
And you thought that was important to share with the
No, but do you have a tweezers?
No, I don't, David, but I'm sure my makeup person does.
Look at Liza. Do you see the 2 brown hairs?
No, but your eyes are so much sharper than mine.
Can I, Louise?
No, wait, don't make her nuts.
Go on with
We just take
continue the interview. I swear to God, this is never. And if you.
I got it.
That really hurt.
I got it.
got
No,
it.
I got it. Can I do the other side?
There's two of them?
There's two of them. I'm not going to say anything because I just don't want you going in public.
I'm so glad it's happening to somebody
You know
else.
what's good is that you really see how the man works. You know, a lot of people say, what is it David does? This is what he does.
Unbelievable. This guy doesn't want the spotlight off him for 1 second. So the thing about the tweezers is, come back to me. Fair is fair. When I'm like that, you can do whatever you want with me. There's no rules. Well, that's humiliating.
But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said,
It's remarkable.
"Hello, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Oh, life is a cabaret of charm. Come to a cabaret. And it's for me. Ha! And it's for me. Louder now. See, we can really do this.
It really makes you understand how little talent I have. I'm so glad we saw her sing at the end because it made you think, wow, that's the magic.
All right, take one.
Next is Joan Collins, and she'd been a big movie star since she was really young and an icon throughout her whole life. I knew her, so I wanted to show everybody what I saw, you know, what she was really like. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Hi, how are you?
Ah, Monsieur Derrière, très bon.
Come on in.
Joni?
Come on, get your jeans wet.
Joni,
Doesn't matter.
Joni, come here, walk with me. Which way are we going? Is it not weird to you that, you know, everybody is
Why are you so
naked?
fascinated?
Well,
I've
I
seen
mean,
better
it-
things crawl out of cabbages. Or bigger things crawl out of cabbages.
Yeah, that man is like
Well,
burning.
you mustn't have seen too many in your life,
burning
darling, if
his
you're
genitals.
so impressed.
Well, where's the first penis you ever saw?
Michelangelo.
Oh, yes, a lady of such taste.
Lucy and Freud would love it. That man has got such a sunburned dick. He's not going to be able to live in the bathroom for a week. It's like a kebab. I cannot understand why people want to put themselves through this torture. It's not supposed to be exposed to the elements.
Who says? God put us on the earth new, Joan. You swung on us.
What, haven't you ever heard of the fig leaf?
Dame Joan always played ball, and I think she's playing ball with me here. I'd say she's pretty talented, to be honest. I don't know if she could have played Shakespeare, but she's got charisma.
That Maxwell Reed, that was the first husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That Maxwell Reed was maybe a bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't know about those things in those days. You know, it's interesting because my sister also had the same upbringing as me, because she's younger than me. We don't know quite how much.
We'll look that up. I'm sure that's we could get an expert, you know, people who read trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so you married the guy. Okay, just take me through this.
Well, I used to be feisty. I mean, I remember.
Did he want you to obey? Did he want you to clean? Did he want
No,
to
he wanted me to dye his eyebrows.
Happens when you marry a bisexual. Who'd you go out with after the husband? Or were you
Zillions and zillions
Were you
of
unfaithful
men.
when you were with the husband?
Was I unfaithful? Yes, on location. But as we always used to say, it doesn't count on
All right.
location. Hey, you boys okay for the night?
They know that.
She knows herself, and she's really good at comedy.
When you leave the men, do you ever think? Do they ever pull a guilt trip on you? Like, do you feel bad when you go?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
but it's
isn't
not
that-
really guilt.
Right.
It's, you know, Ruby, you're asking me to do something that I never do, which is analyze myself.
Oh, you never do?
I never do.
That's your gift.
I went,
That is
no,
your,
it isn't my guilt.
It is your
I'm
gift.
not
That's why you
into-
just keep plowing on.
Yeah, I just find, oh, okay, so that happened, so I divorced this person, or I'm not with this person anymore. And I think about why, and I analyze beforehand, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And I certainly don't do it lightly. Believe me, I've been divorced 4 times, and none of that was easy.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of soul searching before I did any of it, but once it's done, it's done. Does that sound very cold and horrible?
No.
My raison d'etre for doing it was to study fame and power. That was the interest. You know, you could read about it in magazines, but deep down and personal, I could plummet with them. And some people like plummeting, but I don't think she comes from a time where there was psychology.
Do you know, sometimes I look at pictures of you, and when I'm going through a magazine, I see a subliminal picture of you, and I think, oh, there's a picture of me. Because you and I have very similar faces. Did you know that?
It's a gift from God, Joan.
Wasn't it nice of her to say we looked similar?
And everybody says, do you have work done? I can tell you, there's no pull on you.
As you can see the double chin. That's because I've never had my face in the sun. And I have a very handsome young husband.
She said a great thing about Percy. She said, they said, don't you mind the age difference? And she said, well, if he dies, he dies. Isn't that good? Let's see more.
I have never slept with a man older than 42.
I sometimes look at my skin and I say, I feel too self-conscious to have slept with a 20-year-old, because he'll see like all this, and he'll see, you know, all my things, whereas an old man older will be blinder and he won't notice that stuff. It doesn't bother you? Do you ever think, oh God, he's noticing my wrinkles?
What wrinkles?
What was I thinking? I wish I looked like that. I'm just flabbergasted. What wrinkles did I have? I was hard to handle. If I thought I was pretty on top of that, I would have charged more.
Joan, if you want to take your top off, you know, if the mood hits you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready,
just
boys?
Feel free. You did it at 50.
48.
Oh, was it at 48?
Yes.
And what possessed you to do it at 48?
Money.
Money.
God, she's funny.
Really? Now, if the money was good?
No.
What possessed you then?
Well, what was wrong with it? I had a fabulous body, darling.
I know.
Did you see those pictures?
They were
I was gorgeous.
You were a little airbrushed. You were a little blurry.
Aren't women great? She totally gets herself, and she's sending herself up.
Do you speak English?
Yes, I do.
No, him. Could you come over here?
Oh, shit.
Come on, Joan.
This is so embarrassing.
Go with the flow. I'm just talking
my
about
God,
me.
I need a new pair of child
Would you
shirt
come over here,
bands.
please?
Please.
Yeah. Courteous. That's good.
Okay. Can I just ask a question?
Of course.
Would you sleep with either me or her?
No, please.
Both of you or just one of you?
Either. Be honest. We can take it because she's totally grounded and I'm in psychiatric.
You didn't tell
care.
me I was going to be doing this.
Joan, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because?
Because she's so classy.
How sweet you are. What, are you French?
No, I'm Dutch.
Oh, you're Dutch.
right.
Oh, well,
Yes.
the Dutch like me.
So if Joan was available, would you move in?
Stop it!
If I didn't have a girlfriend,
Yeah, you do it, really?
I would kick your ass and go right there.
You swear to God?
Yes.
Well, there you go, Joni.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Willem.
Willem. Thank you for that, Willem.
That was good. That was good for her.
I've got something for you. Percy's a sausage guy?
Percy loves sausage. No, this isn't right.
I thought you liked young fruit.
Another happy place with Joan.
Oh, she's so perky. Joan, I don't know if I can go on. I'm just going to pant here by the cheese.
No, it's fine. The production will pay for this. Say combien?
Michael, will you pay? Michael,
I'm
can
paying,
you pay for
yeah.
that? Mon ami, il pay. Who's got the money?
Can I lie?
You know, she played ball with me, and I wanted to show everybody how amusing and funny and smart she was.
15. Oh, that's very good.
She doesn't need me. Do you think it's going to be obvious in the film?
I was on holiday, and then somebody said, oh, we have the Spice Girls. And I didn't want to interrupt my holiday. So they said, okay, you can get on a plane, do them, and go back to your holiday. I mean, how casual was I getting? You know, now I thought, well, I'm the star of the show, instead of groveling and saying, thank you, God, for giving me yet another guest. This isn't from 1998, and the Spice Girls were, you know, the most famous band in the world.
If you wanna be my lover.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, the lighting's much
much better. It was very cruel out there.
Do you know what?
Hi, what?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hi, you look completely different. You are not. You're just saying that.
No, I am.
Really?
You know, you look much younger in real life. I just want to tell you.
Well, actually, I've got a confession to make. I am 54.
I'm 75. And
Don't tell 'em.
no, nobody knows how old I am too.
But that's the beauty of television, you see.
I remember thinking, can they tell I'm really old?
People still do think I'm snooty. Can't think why.
I can't think. Are you snooty or just have a...
I'm not. I mean, I think a lot of the time it's because, you know, I don't smile a lot, you know, in pictures, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So people automatically think that I am.
Yeah, they project a lot on you.
Yeah.
But you have a very sultry kind of look there. I mean, did you practice in front of the mirror when you were a little girl?
No.
Honestly?
Honestly.
Can I just...
Oh my God. I mean, she's quite sweet. Where'd she get that image of, you know, all puckered? She's just a sweet girl.
Can I just see this ring? Is this, and this is from, what's his name? I don't know. Do you know a lot about football?
Nothing.
No. Do you know which way the
I
ball's
didn't know who
supposed
he
to
was.
go?
No, the first time I went to see him, actually, I was watching the wrong team because I didn't have my glasses on. And it was like they was wearing a completely different coloured kit. I know nothing about it at all.
And then did he ask you out then?
Yeah, he did. Well, I said to him, so you're going to come down and sort of, you know, take me out type thing.
You
And he
said
did.
that?
Yeah.
So you said, are you going to ask me out?
Yeah.
And he
he
didn't?
came down to London and he took me out.
Where'd you go?
That's unbelievable. I didn't know she was so open. I forgot. I also have calmed down. You know, I'm not screaming in their face in this one. Maybe because I'm feeling like the elder stateswoman.
What made you like him?
Humiliated yourself. He's just really, really nice. He's very shy, and I like that because other boyfriends I've had have been, you know, really full of themselves. And
what are the topics that you talk about?
What do we talk about?
I know
We
that's
talk
a
about
hard
really
one.
normal things like our dogs, because we've just got dogs, and we talk about, have you done the gardening this week?
Oh,
You know,
listen to your
that
little
type
couple
thing.
of burb kids
We
together.
are.
And what's going to happen when you get married?
Nothing will really change. I mean, that, you know, he really understands that I want a career.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He would never expect me to kind of, you know, stop doing everything and just stay in.
Can I tell you something? He says that now.
He says that now.
He
He
says
wouldn't
that
even
now.
dream of it. I wear the trousers.
Okay.
What if she didn't meet him? What would have happened? You know, I mean, would they be forgotten? I don't know.
How do you think this is going to end? Like, not your career, I just mean, you think you'll just get married and then you'll have babies and...
No, I mean, I do want to, obviously I'm going to get married and I want to have children.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still going to have a career. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't digging. They're young. There's nothing to dig for. And I don't want to scare them.
What do you feel when you're the object of everybody's envy?
I don't know, it's weird, you don't. Right, I really like watching Spice Girls on the telly, right? But
You're a fan.
I'm a fan of the Spice Girls. But, like, I watch myself and I go, oh, yeah. But it doesn't clock that it's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
bet.
It's like me mate. I'm watching me mate. And I'm like, oh, come on, mate. Yeah, it doesn't... And even though I look in the mirror, it doesn't feel like it's me.
I know what she's talking about. I don't feel I'm looking at me. I'm looking at some interviewer. Except she's mature because I'm not shouting. So I'm sort of impressed that I'm really asking questions. They're the object of interest rather than me. You know, they're the stars.
How do you meet a guy, though? That's the thing, is that they are going to see you and they're going to go... They're going to
Well, I have got a boyfriend.
And he's not freaked out by you?
No, I met him like when I was about 15, 16.
Oh,
and
that's
we got back
good.
together again.
So that at least he knows where you came from or what your
Yeah,
story is.
he actually thinks I've calmed down.
Really?
Yeah. He thinks I've really calmed down, believe it or
I
not.
think there's too many hormones in you. I think some of the
No,
hormones
but you
have to
know,
be-
what do you mean by hormones?
You
As
mean
in
that's
what?
why you're so bubbly?
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being bubbly.
Nothing.
I'd rather be kind of...
Listen,
like
when I
that
get
than-
menopause, I'm going to strap you on like a patch.
I forgot. They're just girls, and I thought I was really old.
Is she bad?
Next to them. I remember thinking, oh, they're children.
What's going to happen when you have to leave each other? Because it'll be devastating. Do you know what I mean? Because you're it's like a marriage.
It is,
Yeah.
totally, and I don't think we'll ever lose that. I think we always say we're going to be like the Golden Girls.
But if the next girl band come and then you're off, that won't disturb you?
I think... No, because I think we're always going to be writing and we're always going to be giving our music as long as the fans want us. And our fans are so loyal. It's like, they are.
I don't know.
At the moment they are.
At the moment they are.
At the moment they are.
They're it. They're in the wave. It'll never end.
Now featuring Ruby Wax is now going to do her big performance. Girl power at its finest. Here we go.
You just walk in, I make you smile. It's cool, but you don't even know me.
I don't recall putting on those plastic pants.
Stop right now, thank you very much. I don't know the lyrics, doesn't
didn't like you upstaging me at the end. Could I just have a word with you?
They were really cute and nice, but I remember feeling really ancient next to them. This is Sharon Stone, and this is a big deal. She just been in Casino, and she was famous for being in Basic Instinct. The show was about a relationship. I wasn't being a talk show host. And in a good show, you watch with Roseanne or Sharon Stone, you watch two strangers starting to woo each other.
I know. I'm here early. Are you surprised?
I'm in a meeting.
You're in a meeting. Can we film the meeting? All right, we'll just be very quiet. Flies on the wall. You won't even know we're here.
Look at you, your babe.
I'm gorgeous.
Why am I wearing a bathrobe?
They're brand new. You'll see the tags on
I think you said she's in her bathrobe, so I said, get me mine.
You know, in America, you've got to play the movie star game. And you're playing it well.
I don't know.
Don't you think? I mean, you're giving them classically what they expect of a movie star.
I think that I used to have this big front, like I invented a public her.
Yeah.
Because it was inconceivable that I could actually be famous or successful.
Yeah.
So I had to invent her the way that.
And who did you base her on?
I don't know, someone fabulous.
Yeah,
you know,
somebody who didn't move her lips
smarter.
Yes.
Someone better dressed.
Yes.
Someone who did the things more appropriately. Someone I thought who was a little better, a little more presentable.
Yes.
If you wanted to know the definition of fame, there was no other reason to go on with this series. That's the most articulate, isn't it? It just nails it. And you're looking at the most beautiful woman in the world, and that's coming out of her mouth? I mean, every girl should be going, wow, this is a fallacy of fame. And she's so sweet there and human, and she doesn't know it. But that's why I like her. If she did, that wouldn't be an interview.
So I went to the Golden Globes, like just kind of went by myself, no big deal, went to the thing thinking, I'll get in, I'll get out, I'm kind of low profile and it won't be so awful. Then I won. And I was so ill prepared that I didn't have her.
Yeah, you couldn't rehearse her in front of the mirror.
I said, it's, and I couldn't speak. It's okay, it's a miracle. Because I didn't know
That's a good line.
what else to do. And then just sort of talked about from whatever I was thinking about at the time. And then I went home and watched it on TV, which is what makes it real for me.
Yeah.
And I saw this person, myself,
yeah,
that I liked more than the front.
She couldn't believe people were looking at her, and then she liked going home and didn't believe her image until she watched it on TV. That's how she knows it's real.
Theater.
But you're cursed by good looks. I mean, in a way, I really think, no, as a girl that didn't have them, let me fantasize that it's really a burden.
At 38, I'm living them up.
It's a horrible
But I could find my light if it was a match now. I'm like, oh, I'm better here, aren't I? You know? Oh, my God. And halfway through Casino, the waiters would come to take my order, and you know they're 11. You know, I'm sitting there. I'd be like this, looking at the menu, and they'd say, what do you want to say? I like the pasta, no oil, thanks.
I mean, what's surprising is it's a movie star in the real classic way, so you don't think, how can you be beautiful and funny? I mean, how many people have got that going?
If a guy comes up to you and he looks at you really aroused, how do you know it's not because you're famous? Because that is an aphrodisiac.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably the difficult part. Because I pale to insignificance next to her.
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you might go out with her, but you wake up with me and, whew, you know.
I mean, if you have a sense of humor, you can't be arrogant, because you're undercutting yourself.
Like
I
having
do
normal sex and he
think
goes,
that
come on, baby.
some men have seen one movie too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just adorable and real, and she has real girlfriends, you can tell. She doesn't have sycophants. I hope she kept that up when she got older. I'd like to know if she's happy now or satisfied.
This is the problem, and I hate to be a party to participating in that problem, but I think that men actually believe that they've seen it in a movie. Women should be able to have an orgasm in 2 minutes.
You're keeping that myth. I mean, we're, you know, I'm smart.
breaking the myth.
What's the strangest
everything's
position
fabulous.
they've made you do it in your films? where you went, I'm sorry.
Well, I just thought the sort of backbending things in Basic Instinct were pretty, yeah. Yeah, because, and why do they always have those pictures of women doing this? Have you ever done that? I've never done that. I've never gone.
I think when I had a baby, I did that once. You know, when it's coming out, you do that, but not when it's going in, for God's sake.
I don't know. It was it's just too stupid.
And she's interested. That's what, she's interested. That's why I like interviewing women.
So yeah, I have to be 40. Well, I'm not exactly thrilled with what's happening to my knees, but I'm...
I mean, where your behind is now.
No, it's this thing that you start to get like a line around the knee.
I have that.
You don't have
Well, no,
it.
but I have other things. You know, there's just...
God, we're complaining about being old.
You're like, one day you're touching your toes and you're like, oh, oh no.
Not that.
This can't be. I'm the one, I call the face, I don't care. It's like now I can play character parts. The knees, I want collagen in my knees today.
That's when I love my job. Who wouldn't? You know, to have something so shiny and smart, and she likes me. It doesn't get better.
I think we should do the whole interview in our pajamas.
I think we should go into the street eventually in our pajamas. I thought we could walk to a coffee shop with beards on. You see what I'm saying? You're always saying everybody's bothering me.
It's
end of problem.
nothing.
You can go shopping like this.
No problem.
Nothing. Have you ever met a stalker and you tried to befriend him to say hi, let's get to know each other, hug? You know, that's another way of dealing with it, isn't it?
It is.
That's a Zen way of dealing with it.
It's a 90s way.
Befriend your stalker.
Yeah, I think I'm an old world girl. I'm more like, let's just shoot them in the kneecaps. But that's me, you know.
I know. You're sentimental like that.
Yeah.
We were so excited that she went along with it. We were always excited when they'd suddenly get up and go, let's go shopping. That was thrilling.
I can't ever eat.
What can you do? Can you put anything in your mouth
fats,
area?
Only liquids.
You can't eat anything, can you, to be like a stick? I'll have a Diet Coke, because I too am slimming. In sympathy. We can take off our pubes. We're going to have to, you know what's going to happen to you today? You're going to have hairs in your mouth and people are going to be wondering what you've been doing.
They're going to be sure.
You're going to be pulling out the layer.
Oh no, that'll be in the Daily News.
People would say, how could they go along? Well, it makes her look good. She's playing ball, and she's funny.
Seriously, I'd loan you something.
Ed, your wife's trying to pawn you off on me. I'm sure you're a fabulous guy.
If they said Ed by left me to you, it wouldn't do me any harm, I'll tell you that.
We were home. It was a home run, but we didn't have to go. The interview was interesting enough.
You know what she did? She wrecked my own bitch. She sucked me dry at the interview and then sucked my husband dry. It's going to be big headlines in London. Sucks family dry. Whole family sucked dry by Sharon Stone.
I forgot about all that. I only remember the Trumps and the Madonnas, and I get acid reflux. But I forgot this was so... It's brilliant. That makes me so happy.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
I guess it's like when somebody hits gold and they're gold mining. That was finding her accounts.
Who?
No, I need the
You're
cat.
addicted to cats. Who?
Wait, should I finish that
What
sentence?
did they tell you? To call me.
Dr. When I left that, I literally felt dirty.
Are you ever going to come out with whose names are in that book?
If I have to,
Do you think somebody will kill you? Seriously?
No.
You don't?
I'm afraid of nothing.
Can you imagine what her eyes have seen? I think I was warming her up.
I was the sane one in the family, and so I had to go to the nut house.
She was out to get somebody.
Say something outrageous.
All right, well, your nose is all over your face. That's right.
That's just comedy genius, and you're in the face of it.